Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new Destiny 2 videos. Now I'm going to be showing you guys probably one of my favorite hunter melee builds. Now this build, you're going to be basically running up to enemies, meleeing them, dodging, meleeing again, and getting your charged melee as often as you can. And then also I would run a 1-2 punch shotgun with this build, just because against enemies with a little bit more health, having that increased damage and being able to melee twice is definitely important, because with this build you do get your health back every few melees, and you do get increased damage every 2 melees. I'd also recommend having 100 resilience or 100 mobility, because that's going to help you out for this build a lot. But without further ado, let's get straight into how you're actually going to get this build. First of all, you are going to need the Liar's Handshake exotic arms. This is going to allow you to get your health back and do increased damage every few melees. Now for the mods on this one, the first one's not going to matter. You guys can choose if you want resilience, mobility, whatever. You're going to want to get 2 heavy-handed ones because you're going to be able to create orbs of power, which can help you get your super and all your abilities really fast. And then you want to use grenade kickstart. Now for your helmet, you're going to want to use ashes to assets and hands on. And then for the last one, you guys can pick whichever one you want. For the chest, you're going to want to use melee damage resistance twice, because when you're up close and personal, you're going to be getting meleeed a lot. For the legs, you're going to want to use recuperation, which gives you health back every time you generate an orb. And with this build, you're going to be generating orbs pretty frequently, so it's really nice. You're going to try to get this 3 times if you can. And then finally on your cloak, you're going to want to get proximity ward, which is going to give you an overshield when you finish an enemy. This one's really nice. You're also going to want to get outreach twice, which reduces your melee cooldown when using your class ability. Alright, now nade and all this stuff is up to you, but the aspects are pretty important here. You're going to be using flow state, which defeating a jolted target makes you amplified. Basically, it's going to be helping you out a lot. Going to want to use the lethal current aspect, which after dodging your next melee attack has increased lunge range and jolts the target. So this is basically going to be where you dodge, you melee an enemy, and all the targets around it get jolted. So it's definitely really important for this build as well. So fragments, you can change these up a little bit. They're not too important. So I use the Spark of Feedback, which is taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage, because you're meleeing so often and you're getting meleeed back pretty often as well, since you're so close to enemies. It's definitely really nice to have. Next, I use the Spark of Amplitude. Rapidly defeating targets while you are amplified creates an orb of power. This will basically just help you get your abilities and your super back pretty fast. So it's really nice in general as well. This one's you can change around a little bit if you don't like it. Next, we have the Spark of Magnitude. So your lingering arc grenades have extended duration. This is honestly just nice for your nades and stuff, but you can switch this if you wanted. And then I also use the Spark of Recharge. So this is while you're critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly. This is kind of just nice because when you're up in front meleeing people, your health is going to go down pretty fast. But if you're using the melee correctly, you're going to be getting your health back nearly as fast as you're losing it, especially with the 100 resilience build. That's the build, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this build. This is a pretty common build, but it does work really well in Lightfall. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in a future video. Peace out.